review. We are reviewing the year that was, or almost year that was, 2012. In just a few days, we are going to say hello to 2013. Happy belated Christmas. Happy holidays to both of you.
Happy holidays.
And Happy New Year.
Yes.
We were talking about the positives and negatives, the developments in immigration. Like we said earlier, immigration, 2012, big year for immigration. A lot of positive developments. But are we going to see all those being carried over to 2013? And more importantly, in a broader sense, what does 2013 hold for immigration?
Well, I think what you saw with the election was really an awakening not only of Asian Americans and Latino Americans, but of the rest of America to the fact that these are real voting groups, that they can make a change and a difference in how the elections come out. And there's been a real vision that we need to take care of the issue of immigrants here in the United States. This has gone on for a long time without any movement whatsoever. I think the last really big law we had was 1996. So I think you can hear it every day talking about it. This is going to be the Obama administration's big push next year. And I think Republicans feel like they need to get on board. They need to be doing something with the administration to take care of illegal immigrants here.
They need to find a compromise. You said last time there was noise about immigration was in 1996. So the developments in 2012 are indication that we are going to see more developments and perhaps positive developments in 2013.
Absolutely. The positive developments in 2012, you have to remember, those were developments a lot of the times borne by a president who was undergoing a Republican candidate who was very much against the policies he was trying to espouse. And with the election, just like Richard pointed out, with the election, it was an affirmation of everything that he has been doing over the past 4 years, and an indication to the Republican Party that they need to start cooperating, that the attitudes that they've had towards immigrants isn't working. And that is reflected in the American society in general. There is a greater number of individuals who are supporting comprehensive immigration reform, and that is the big push right now, is to try to hopefully pass that within the early days of President Obama's second term.
We keep talking about comprehensive immigration reform. What does that look like?
Well, I mean, the idea of comprehensive immigration reform, you can imagine, probably looks like the solution for the fiscal cliff and everything else that's happening. It's trying to get all of these different facets under one big umbrella and make that a big push through Congress. Whether or not that happens that way or in a piecemeal fashion remains to be seen. But the idea is to take care of all of these problems, to take care of employment side problems, to take care of visa problems, to take care of people who are here illegally, to take care of dreamers, to all these people under this one big push of a bill that can make it through Congress and be signed by the president. All
right. That said, you know, we're being hopeful because we had a lot of positive developments this 2012. What do you suggest people do? Like, if people are watching right now and they find themselves in, you know, one or maybe two of the categories that we discussed earlier, what should they do at this point? What should they be doing?
Well, they should definitely continue educating themselves, and educating themselves with legitimate legal representation. You know, we've had the misfortune of consulting and handling a lot of clients who have been subject to fraud, oftentimes by other Filipinos, by paralegals, more often by paralegals as well, who associate themselves with attorneys that people never meet, never talk to. And so what individuals really need to do is make sure that they understand what the potential is in the future, but with that said, also not just sit back and do nothing at all.
Right. And picking the right lawyer, like you were alluding to with that comment, because I also hear about people, like, with the time they come to you, they've already been, you know, there's no more time. They've already consulted other lawyers, worked with other lawyers who unfortunately let them down. Do you see this as a trend still in 2012? Did you get a lot of those?
It is. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's not just bad advice from other lawyers. Oftentimes, more oftentimes, it's bad advice from friends, from family, from other people who think that because of their own situation and their own knowledge that they can somehow somehow translate their knowledge into someone else's situation.
I hear that too. Oh, just go to this website, download the form, and blah, 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 blah. And this is kind of tricky because they change their laws without without really disseminating information about that. And it's you lawyers who get the advisories, right?
Yes, you know, immigration law is one of the most complex and convoluted areas of law. It is really a mixture of so many different laws, and it's very important to have somebody who's staying on top of that. And what happens is you'll see that we'll get a news report, for example, about DAC or something else, and we'll get all kinds of calls from people saying, oh, I hear I can become a permanent resident now, because that's the way they're getting the information, and those are the people that get taken advantage of. But so it's really important to talk to somebody who knows what the information is, who knows what's really happening.
It's not that simple, and so you need to schedule your appointment now. If you have any questions about this, Aquino and Lo, they offer phone consultation, email consultation. So if you have friends and family from out of state, even from the Philippines, they can do email consultation with them, and of course also face-to-face consultation. If there's anything to be learned from 2012, a lesson that maybe we can take to 2013, what is it?
Well, for me, I think one lesson with the whole presidential election is the importance of advocacy and the importance of contacting your Congress members. We represent, obviously, a lot of individuals who aren't quite U.S. citizens yet, but you usually know U.S. citizens. You usually know people who are lawful permanent residents here in the United States. And the biggest push is to continue with what has been going on in 2012 and to contact your Congress members and let them know that they really do need to pass the comprehensive immigration reform.
And I just to echo that, if you've seen anything from this election, is that you know, the Asian American bloc is a very important bloc, but they need to get out and register and vote.
Exactly. Thank you so much, and happy holidays again. Happy New Year to you. I hope to see you more in 2013. Thank you for joining us. I hope you picked up a thing or two. Catch us online, youtube.com/KababayanLA18. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time.